Brenda was slowly beginning to get back to normalcy after her grandma's passing and went back to work. Even though Susie took every opportunity to spread rumors about her, the loss of her grandma had changed Brenda's perspective, and she had grown indifferent to Susie's petty games. She pretended not to hear them. On her way back from work, Brenda stopped by the mall. She felt guilty for neglecting Silas recently. Brenda decided to go to the toy store and pick a few more toys for him. She had barely gotten inside when she heard a child's voice call out behind her.
Mommy, Mommy!
Brenda spun around and saw Willow rushing towards her. What are you doing here?
Daddy, I can't find... I just wanted to see the cute white bear. And now I can't find Daddy anymore.
Despite the time she had spent with Willow at the house, Brenda didn't know who her father was. But she knew she had to help her find him anyway. You must hold onto your dad's hand when you're out. It's no good to wander off. Something bad could happen.
I know I did wrong. Mommy, can you help me find Daddy?
Brenda pinched Willow's soft and tender face. Call me Auntie, and I promise to help you find him. Willow nodded to signal her agreement, but it was clear that she wasn't happy about it. Good girl. Let's go find your dad. Where were you when you lost him? Willow pointed towards the main entrance to the mall. Brenda carried her and walked over there. Keep an eye out. If you see your dad, remember to tell me. Brenda took a lap around the area just inside the mall's main entrance, but there was no sign of Willow's father. After a while, Willow gave up and pointed through the glass doors to a corner on the street outside. Should we go over there and look for him?
Okay.
Brenda carried Willow outside and went over to the street corner. They stood there for a few minutes and gazed out over the street. Then Brenda heard another familiar voice call out behind her.
Willow?
Daddy!
Brenda followed Willow's lead and turned around. She was stunned. Robert Zimmer was standing right in front of her. Robert didn't wait for her to say anything. Instead, he came forward and snatched Willow out of her arms.
Thank you, Miss Strong. If not for you, I don't know how I would have found her.
Don't mention it, we're already familiar. But I didn't know she was your daughter. Brenda was conflicted. She cared a lot for Willow, but based on their recent interactions, she couldn't say the same for Robert.
Right. I forgot you already know each other. After Willow came back home, she kept saying that she wanted to go and see you.
She's very sweet.
Auntie's also cute.
Thanks, sweetie. Willow was so happy. Then she turned to Robert with a pleading look on her face.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Behave yourself and I'll take you to dinner.
I won't keep you. I'll go now. Willow spun back around to look at her. There was excitement in her eyes.
Auntie, can you eat with us?
I still have things to do today.
You do? All right. Silas hasn't eaten yet. You have to go back and feed him. Otherwise, he'll starve.
Willow frowned. Her big eyes filled with tears. She seemed to be just about to turn on the waterworks.
Auntie only cares about Silas. She doesn't care about me.
Why don't you come with us? It won't take long. And besides, I wanted to apologize to you. I acted badly last time we met. I'm really sorry.
I barely remember what you said, so it obviously wasn't that bad. I'll be leaving now. Willow, you and your dad should go and get some food, all right?
Don't go! You hate me!
Brenda took a step forward to wipe away the little girl's tears. Don't cry. Why would you think I hate you?
Because you don't want to eat with me.
Just come with us, for her sake.
However she felt about Robert, Brenda hated the idea of making Willow sad. Ultimately, she decided to go with them to a nearby restaurant. It's only one meal, she thought. I'll eat quickly and then go. Cameron won't know. Willow climbed out of the car and took Brenda's hand. Robert watched them with a bright grin on his face. But someone nearby was anything but pleased by what he saw. Just as Brenda, Robert, and Willow stepped out of the car, Cameron exited the restaurant. Martin came out after him and bumped into his back. He immediately realized something was wrong.
Damn!
Brenda hadn't seen Cameron. She lifted Willow into her arms and started walking towards the entrance to the restaurant with Robert beside her. When she looked up, she saw Martin and Cameron standing in her way. Her smile vanished and she hurriedly put Willow down. Cameron! Robert didn't change his behavior at all. He strode happily toward the restaurant with the giant smile still on his face.
Mr. Kent, what a coincidence.
Cameron stepped out of the way to let Robert pass, all the while staring a hole right through Brenda. When Robert attempted to pass Martin, he leaned back in and deliberately bumped into his shoulder.
I'm really sorry. I have eye problems. Selective blindness. I can't see any dirtbags blocking my way.
Cameron walked forward and walked right to Brenda. He acted as if he couldn't see her. Their only interaction was the chill he sent down her spine as he passed. Cameron, we have to talk. Listen to me. Cameron opened the door to his car and got inside. Without thinking about it, Brenda rushed over and swung the other door open before the car could start. Martin tried to imagine what Cameron wanted him to do at that moment, and he looked at Brenda with a suspicious look on his face.
What are you doing, meeting Robert again?
Brenda wasted no time in answering. I met him on my way home. No, that's not right. I ran into Willow and didn't know she was Robert's daughter. I spent a few days with her, remember? She wanted me to eat with them, and I buckled and agreed. This had nothing to do with Robert, I promise. Brenda's voice trembled as she spoke. She was desperate for Cameron to believe her.
Liking his daughter is no excuse to hang around Robert. You must know how inappropriate that is.
It was one thing to expect her not to sneak around, but Martin had talked as if Brenda was property. Before Brenda could say anything, Cameron spoke.
Stop the car.
Cameron spoke again, his voice as cold as crushed ice.
Get out of the car.
You heard him, Brenda.
Cameron spun around and glared at Martin.
Get out of the car.
Martin wanted to speak up in protest, but he could not say anything. Instead, he rose from his seat and got out. The car started moving again and drove off. Martin felt betrayed. Back inside the car, Brenda tried to speak. Cameron.
I don't want to talk right now.
Back at the Kent mansion, as soon as Brenda and Cameron reached home, Cameron went straight to his room and was about to shut the door when Brenda tried to stop him. Cameron!
Go away!
There's nothing between Robert and me. You have to believe me. I ran into him by accident.
You think it was an accident? Are you that naive?
You mean it wasn't?
Get out!
Brenda knew that she had made a mistake, but she felt that Cameron's reaction was unnecessarily cold. She felt like he didn't trust her at all. Please, Cameron, please believe me! The fact that Cameron did not even want to listen to her made Brenda feel sad, and at the same time, she felt angry. Fine. If this is what you want, then you'll never have to see my face again. Brenda stomped her foot, turned around, and walked away. Will this incident with Robert cause a permanent rift between Brenda and Cameron? Was this all part of Robert's plan? Is he going to succeed?
Hi, Brenda here. Hope you are loving Love Bargain. Keep following us as we release a new episode of Season 1 daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series by installing the Pocket FM app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here, and to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.